Joining me now with reaction from King's College of Manhattan, Fox News contributor Brian Brenberg. Brian, listen, we've seen this before. I did a special report. I was going to write a book on this, in fact, about the 1968 riots in Watts, and all the economic development that was building there led to multi-decade suffering, and you've got to expect more of the same from this.
Yeah, the sad thing, Charles, is you can write a book on this. We have so much historical evidence of how badly riots and looting can harm a community. And so as you see this unfolding again, you know how the story could go. You know, if we don't step in to restore order, you know that if we don't take the backs of the business owners in these communities, it could be the same story of population loss, of income decline, of employment losses, of drug addiction and violence. This is what happens every time. Now, I'll say this. The good news, I think, is that there are a lot of people out there who are willing to rush into these places. I've got friends. I'm an hour north of Minneapolis. I've got friends this weekend who grabbed power tools and went down to Minneapolis to help rebuild because they want to see those communities revitalized. That can happen. That's the possibility here. But you've got to get order first. If you don't stop the rioting, if you don't take a stand against the looting, none of that volunteer work is really going to matter at the end of the day.
The Minnesota's governor is sort of intimated that he hesitated, for lack of a better word, to engage and to be preventive because he figured that loss of life was much more important than loss of property. What would you tell him if you were able to have this conversation with him? Because I do believe he regrets it right now, but certainly at the time that was his rationale. At least that's what he says it was.
I hope he does regret it. He should, because both matter. The loss of life matters and the loss of livelihoods matter. I don't understand why in this country we want to draw this hard distinction between them. We should be protecting both. George Floyd's life matters, and we have to pursue justice in that case. But at the same time, livelihoods matter. I mean, we're talking about families, we're talking about children, we're talking about communities where either human flourishing can happen or devastation can happen. The hesitation because we think property, because we think economics, because we think commerce are somehow lower forms of human existence is totally wrong and totally devastating to people. Again, I'm heartened to see that coming around. I think the governor of Minnesota's got that. Certainly the people, those communities got it because they're standing up for themselves. We've got to see a lot more of that out of politicians and from local officials.
You know, of course, Target initially shut down 7 stores in the area, then over 100 stores. But we know Target's going to be okay, right? It's the firemen who worked his whole career as a fireman, saved up his money, sacrificed, opened up the business, was on the cusp of opening a business, and he was in tears. I mean, tears, Brian. Now the good thing is, to your point, we're seeing GoFundMe pages set up, and I just hope, I'm not sure how, but I hope that this time around, somehow business investment money comes back into these communities sooner rather than later. But it is awful that this happens time after time after time.
Yeah, for the investment money to come back in, people have to believe that the mayors, that the governors are serious. If they act like they're serious, if they take the steps now they need to take, then that money will come back in. Because at the end of the day, I think Americans are optimistic. They want to see these communities built. But you're right, that firefighter who loses everything, who has spent a lifetime saving for his dream, that's a livelihood. That's a real loss. And if you think you're serving the cause of justice by destroying his business, that you're sending a message to the system, you're not. You're changing the system to work against average people like him.
Brian Brenberg, always a pleasure, my man. Talk to you again real soon.